Hey YouTube, and welcome to another day in the life of It's Just Name. Again, I'm not recording on my Canon camera simply because just don't feel like it, I guess. Um, Go like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So this is a spoiler reaction review, thoughts, opinions about Spider-Man No Way Home. So if you have not seen it yet, I suggest you go see it and then come back and watch my video. I know I haven't been posting as often as I said I would, but for some reason YouTube won't allow me to upload videos from my phone anymore, and I don't use my laptop all that much, and I definitely don't use my camera like that. But anyways, here we go. So it picks up where Far From Home left off, where Mysterio told everybody that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and like Zendaya's like in a crowd, and they're like, "Oh, are you Spider-Man's girlfriend?" Da da da. He slips down, whatever, and like they smug off, whatever. So it's like, oh, some people hate Spider-Man because they think he killed Mysterio, and they think Mysterio's like, was here to defend them from like the multiverse people or whatever. Some people, still love Spider-Man, whatever. Everything's like pretty okay. Like he's just trying to, trying to lay low, whatever. But he still goes to school, whatever. Everything's fine. Everything's dandy. And then they go to the precinct. They get questioned. Blah blah blah. They're like, "Oh, you're getting a lawyer." But then at I think it was at Peter's house or Aunt May's house, whatever, whoever's house. Um, Daredevil shows up. Everybody's like, yay, clapping, clapping, clapping. Um, he like catches a break that's on he throws at the wall. He's like, oh, I'm a really good lawyer. Da, da, da. So then they get like they start getting their college letters, and then they all get MIT at the same time. So they all meet up at MJ's job. They all open their letters together, and it all says the same thing. Due to recent events, we cannot consider your application at this time. So they're all bummed out. There's Halloween decorations, and like the trailers, it's the wizard, and Spider-Man's like, let me go see Doctor Strange. He goes to see Doctor Strange, and he's like, oh, can we travel back in time and make everybody forget that my identity was revealed. Strange is like, I don't have the time stone to do that anymore. And yeah, we just did that to bring back billions of people. We're not gonna do that just because your life is screwed up. And then they are talking, and Wong says something along the lines of, you always forget, or something like that. And he's like, oh, that's what we can do. I can use the spell where people can forget. Wong ends up being Sorcerer Supreme because Doctor Strange got blipped at the end of Infinity War. So I thought that was cool. So yeah, so he's like doing this spell. He's like, everybody's gonna forget about me, but like my girlfriend should know, right? And he's like, okay, everybody besides your girlfriend. And he's like, but what about my best friend Ned? He's like, okay, your girlfriend and your best friend Ned. And then he's like, but what about Aunt May? And he's like, kid, like, just stop talking, like in the trailers, and then everything like collapses, and it's like about to blow everything up, and Doctor Strange condenses it or whatever, and he puts it in the box, and he's like, you could have just destroyed like the whole world, like you just need to get over it. You're Spider-Man and Peter Parker. You're gonna have to figure it out. Um, so he's like, just go talk to them. So he's like, I can do that. So he tries to find the lady. He calls one of his friends that got into MIT. He tries to find the lady. That's when Doc Ock shows up. Everybody's clapping. They start to fight or whatever. And then that's when you see like in the trailer, the nanotech gets absorbed by the octopus arm, and he like tries to kill Peter, but like the nano like protects him. And then when he sees his face, he's like, "Oh, you're not Peter Parker." They're they're both confused, blah, blah, blah. And then Green Goblin's little pumpkin bomb comes, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, dope, dope, dope." I kind of wish they would have like allowed them to fight though, like at that very point. But like Doctor Strange had like this thing, and like they pulled him out, and they ended up in like the dungeon or whatever. Um, and then they had like these glass cases for all of them. He was like, "Yeah, you're gonna capture them and put them here." Um, then I guess like people were on the internet saying like about some electric guy, and that's when he meets up with Electro. Sandman is like protecting him, and then like he zaps Electro into the thing, and then Sandman gets like really upset, and then he tries to kill him, but then Spider-Man zaps Sandman. They're all in the box. They're talking about like how they heard about each other and how like they all how they turn, like Electro fell into eels and Sandman fell into whatever, and no, whatever. Everybody turned into them that they are, whatever. And Doctor Strange had already by that time caught Lizard, and he's like explaining like, okay, like we got them, whatever. We have to send them back to where they belong because they don't belong here, whatever. But this was after um Green Goblin just was like he was trying to fight between being Green Goblin and being Mr. Osborn. And he went to Aunt May and he was like, I need Peter's help, whatever. Like, I'm fighting myself, whatever. And Aunt May was like, you can save them, blah, 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 blah. So, Doctor Strange, like, we have to take, fast forward, Doctor Strange, like, we have to send them back. And they're all gonna die by the hands of Spider-Man, and that's just their fate. And Aunt May's voice is resonating with Peter, and like as soon as Doctor Strange was about to push the button, he webs it. Doctor Strange does that thing where he pushes his soul out, and then Peter is able to like still move around, which I thought was cool. Swim back into his body, which nobody else was able to do. They're fighting like in the trailers, the whole train scene, the whole mirror dimension. It's cool. Peter traps Doctor Strange in the mirror dimension, does the portal, hops through, whatever, goes to the portal. Then what happened after that? Oh, and then he was like, okay, like, I can save you guys, like, just trust me, blah, blah, blah. Takes him to Happy's place. He's working on a chip for Doc Ock. He's working with, Willem Dafoe, aka, Osborn. I don't know, I don't remember his first nickname, whatever. But yeah. Um, they're talking, chatting, blah, 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 blah. And he puts the chip into Doc Ock. Doc Ock is secured. So he's like, alright, one down. Puts the thing on Electro, where it's like, tick, tick, tick. Once it all turns green, all the electricity will be sucked out. And then, like, Doc Ock and Green Goblin are like talking, whatever. But he's just like Osborn at this point, or so he is. And um and he's like, "Oh, aren't you glad like you're gonna be whole again? Like no more dark side." And he says something along the lines of, "Yeah, it'll just be just me." And then Parker gets like spidey senses. That's something from J. Jonah Jameson's outside with cameras, blah blah blah. And like he webs Green Goblin, and he's like, "Ha ha ha! You figured me out. Blah, blah, blah. Did you really think I was gonna let you get rid of my dark side?" Like Willem Dafoe, nobody could ever like top him as Green Goblin. Sorry, not sorry, but like his facial expressions, just everything that he does, everything that he said, crazy. they end up fighting. Electro takes off the thing, so now he's like full blown Electro, whatever. Not full blown, but like he's Electro now. Back again. Green Goblin and Spider-Man are fighting. They're all trying to fight Spider-Man. Blah blah blah. So they end up like in the basement, and then Aunt May's there, and Aunt May's like trying to save Peter. She puts the thing serum into Green Goblin. Doesn't work, whatever. He sends in the glider. Glides to Aunt May, but she gets up, so we all think she's okay. Whatever. She's up dying. Everybody's like super sad. Let me say this: every time villains like Electro, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, every time somebody showed up, I just all started clapping like the whole theater. Like it was crazy. Then what happened? So yeah, so he's super sad because Aunt May just died, or whatever. You know, we're sad, the audience is sad, it's just crazy, like Aunt May really just died, whatever. Happy sees it, and Happy's just like, run, Peter, run. Goes off. So MJ and Ned are like, it's taking so long, MJ is like, yo, I'm about to press the button. And Ned's like, no, like we just need to talk to Peter. And he was like, I wish I could just see him. And like you see sparkles, and she's like, try it again. Then he opens a portal, and he's like, I wish I could just see Peter. And you see a Spider-Man, and like me, I don't know. At first, I don't know why. I just thought it was Tom Holland. I don't know. Like everybody was like clapping. I'm just like, okay. I just thought it was Tom Holland. Then he gets closer and closer and closer. He comes through, and then he takes off his mask, and it's Andrew Garfield. And I'm like, yes, they did it. Like that budget for this movie, you had to pay Willem Dafoe, Jamie Foxx, whoever plays. I'm sorry, I don't know all the people that play these people, but the person that played Lizard, the person that played Sandman, the person that played Doc Ock. You had to pay Zendaya. You had to pay Tom Holland. You had to pay Benedict Cumberbatch. You had to pay the person that played Ned. You had to pay Wong. You had to pay Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Daredevil. Like, ew. The budget for this movie. But yeah, so he comes in. They're like, prove you're Spider-Man. Falls on the wall, whatever. Pretty cool, pretty dope. He does it again. Tobey Maguire, but it's like, yes. Again, I can't believe they actually pulled it off. Like, lit. It was so lit. So then they go find Tom, or they go find the other Peter Parker. They're talking to him. They're like, yo, I lost my Uncle Ben, and my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. So then they war all the villains. They're fighting. Boom, boom, boom. They're curing people. And then, like, Goblin's got Spider-Man, I think there's Tobey Maguire, I think. Doc Ock. No, he has, like, two of them. Doc Ock comes, and then he, like, no, Electro has them, sorry. Electro has them. So Doc Ock comes, he puts the thing on him. Alright, no more Electro. Took all his powers away from the thing that they had made earlier. Ned can't close the portal, so like Blizzard comes through, they're fighting MJ and Ned end up on the bridge. That's where you get the scene where she falls off. Tom dives after her. Green Goblin swoops in and knocks Big Parker so he can't catch her. Then Andrew Garfield jumps off and catches her and cries. Because we all know he couldn't catch Gwen Stacy. I never saw the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but like everybody was talking about it. Like, oh, if he's in the movie, like he's gonna catch her because he didn't catch Gwen. This makes me kind of want to watch the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I just never did because I thought it was like, why were they making another version of Spider-Man? Like, I was so confused. That's also another reason why, like, Homecoming to me and Far From Home to me were just like, they're very low on my ratings as far as MCU movies, and I've seen every MCU movie except for Thor: The Dark World and Hulk. Why haven't I watched Hulk? I don't know. Why haven't I watched Dark World? I don't, just haven't gotten down to it. I don't think I've seen like Ant-Man, the first one. Um, I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen like the whole movie. But other than that, I've seen every other Marvel MCU movie, and I've watched well, I've watched like the Disney Plus shows. I was watching Marvel's Agents of Shield, but then I like stopped. I don't know. It just wasn't there for me. I guess I don't know. Even though it's not canon, but whatever. Um. Anyways, so this video is getting skipping ahead. Tom Holland's Peter Parker. Um, beating up Goblin. Bing, 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 bing. Let's kill him. Someone glad I stopped him. He gets stabbed. Well, think he was dead. He wasn't. Most of the forest is cracking open. People are starting to come to it and know about Spider-Man. He's like, yo, just cast a spell that everybody forgets about Peter Parker. Doctor Strange does that. I'm gonna fast forward. So, listen, if you're watching this and you didn't see the movie, please go see it. And I don't know why you're watching it, even though I didn't spoil like crazy, crazy. I mean, I did, but I didn't because I wasn't really in detail. But like the amount of, like I said, the budget has to be crazy. The amount of people in this movie, like seeing Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, like it was awesome, crazy. But yeah, so movie goes off. MJ, Ned, all of them, even Happy don't remember who Peter Parker is. First credit scene was Venom as Brock, whatever, Brock, and Venom's inside him, as we know. He's just asking about Iron Man, and about Captain America, and about the Hulk, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, he gets zapped, whatever, like the rest of them, once, Doctor Strange casts a spell. But he leaves behind like a piece of the symbiote. So everybody's like, oh. So I don't know if they're setting up another Spider-Man movie or if they're setting up another Venom movie. I don't know. Then the last credit scene was the trailer of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So I'm assuming it's connected to Spider-Man No Way Home because it's like how they were in the Mirrorverse fighting like Miss Spider-Man, and then you hear like, oh, don't cast that spell. And, like Wong has said in the trailer, even though in the movie he said whatever, just leave me out of it. Don't cast a spell. They're in the Mirrorverse, and then he like I don't know what's going on, like the multiverse, like it's crazy. Then he's in the woods. He sees Wanda. It's like, Wanda, I need your help. Do you know anything about the multiverse? And like they're fighting aliens and all types of stuff. And then I forget his name, but the black guy that was in Doctor Strange, that was one of like the people at the Sanctum Sanctorum or whatever. The one who was like, there's too many sorcerers or something like that. I forgot his name. He's like, don't you understand, Doctor Strange? You are like, you're what's causing this. Like, you're the bad guy. And then you see evil Strange and good Strange, and I'm just like, so like that episode of What If is like about to come true, but like in movie form. So you about to have Wanda, you about to have two Doctor Stranges, you about to have that guy, probably Wong. I don't know. And I don't know who else is gonna be in it. But like MCU, you're giving me everything I need. Now Doctor Strange is supposed to come out in May or June or something like that. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to push shit up because it was supposed to be in March. And Spider-Man, I know Spider-Man did numbers, so I'm gonna need y'all to reconsider that date. But anyways, thank you for joining me in another day in Life of Fisher's Name. Peace.